Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia. Happy Wednesday. Oh my God, it's a Wednesday. Sheesh. Okay. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I'm all thrown off because it was Labor Day Monday. And so it was my first week. It's my first day back this week in the studio recording an episode for you guys. So I'm all thinking it's Monday. It definitely feels like a Monday. You know, it's another depressing day here in California. If you guys haven't read about it via Twitter, it was a trending topic. Well, specifically the Bay Area. We're located here in the Sacramento area, but we woke up to dark orange, but like not a cute orange, a dark, smoky orange, gray toned sky. Like it was 9 in the morning, and it was so dark, like so somber. It honestly looked like hell. Like I woke up and I'm like, I'm in a different dimension. We're in a different planet right now because it is so depressing here in California. I know all my Californians feel me right now. And I just really hope all of these fires, get under control. And just a really quick special thank you to everybody who is out there fighting these wildfires, or firefighters, everybody who is helping out and containing these wildfires. They're happening all throughout California. It has been a very tragic last few weeks here. A lot of acres are being burned down, and air quality has been so horrendously bad the last few weeks here. It's a lot. And then on top of that, we're dealing with the whole health pandemic. So it's depressing times over here, but I'm just trying to keep my head up high, stay positive, stay busy, stay working. And besides all of that, I had a pretty chill Labor Day. Like I said, air quality was really bad. So I'm like, I don't really feel like being outside. So I had the day off and basically just chilled at home and did my makeup because I was bored and I looked like a gremlin 80% of the time. So I did my makeup, felt cute, and just sat home and watched Netflix. So that was my Labor Day, in case any of you cared on what I did. So besides all that, let's get into what we're here to discuss. We're going to be talking about probiotics and prebiotics. What's the difference? What are their benefits? Their effects of food. We're going to talk about prebiotic foods versus probiotic foods, supplements, and everything and anything that has to do with probiotics and prebiotics. And I feel like this subject has began to be talked about a lot in the health and wellness field with the rise of emphasizing the importance of gut health, right? I've talked about this a few times in the podcast, how important it is to maintain, a healthy gut. If you don't have a healthy gut, that's literally going to be detrimental to all parts of your health. I think I said 70 or 80% of your immune system is contained in your gut health. So if your gut health is not up to speed, up to par, that's going to lead to some serious negative health effects. And that's actually why I started taking probiotic supplements earlier this year, just to, make sure I have my gut health in check. And I'm learning more and more about gut health. And each and every day, I'm just becoming more and more fascinated by the subject. So I'm really excited to dive into further detail regarding probiotics and prebiotics. So, like I said, they're both pretty big topics in nutrition and health these days. Yet, even though they sound really similar, the two play different roles in terms of your health. Probiotics, with an O, are beneficial bacteria, and prebiotics, with the E, are food for these bacteria, okay? So again, probiotics are beneficial bacteria and prebiotics are food for these bacteria. And we'll explain what you need to know about the two throughout today's episode. So again, what are prebiotics and probiotics? Both prebiotics and probiotics are important for human health. However, they have different roles. Probiotics, these are live bacteria found in certain foods or supplements, and they can provide numerous health benefits. Prebiotics, these substances come from types of carbs, mostly fiber, that humans can't digest. The beneficial bacteria in your gut eat this fiber. The gut bacteria, collectively referred to as the gut flora or gut microbiota, perform many important functions in the body. Eating balanced amounts of both probiotics and prebiotics can help ensure that you have the right balance of these bacteria to keep your gut microbiota healthy. So, all in all, probiotics are beneficial bacteria found in certain foods or supplements, and prebiotics are types of fiber that feed that friendly bacteria in the digestive system. Does that make sense for you guys? I hope it does. So, why are the gut bacteria beneficial? The gut bacteria in your digestive tract help protect you from harmful bacteria and fungi. A 2013 study on bacteria in the gut confirms that a wide variety of this good type of bacteria can aid in immune system functions, improve symptoms of depression, and help address obesity, among other benefits. Additionally, some of your gut bacteria from vitamin K and short-chain fatty acids. Short-chain fatty acids are the main nutrient source of the cells lining the colon. They promote a strong gut barrier that helps keep out harmful substances, viruses, and bacteria. This also helps reduce inflammation and may have the potential to reduce the risk of cancer. So again, the gut bacteria help with a variety of biological tasks. They also provide important nutrition to the cells lining in your digestive tract. So with all of that being said, how does food affect the gut microbiota? The food you eat plays an important role in the balance of good and bad gut bacteria. For example, a high sugar and high fat diet negatively influences the gut bacteria and may contribute to insulin resistance and other conditions. Once you regularly feed the wrong bacteria, they're able to grow faster and colonize more easily, without as many helpful bacteria to prevent them from doing so. Harmful bacteria and less healthy gut flora has also been associated with higher body mass index, BMI. Additionally, foods treated with pesticides may have negative effects on the gut bacteria, although more research is needed to confirm this. Studies have also shown that antibiotics can cause permanent changes in certain types of bacteria, especially when taken during childhood and adolescence. Because antibiotic use is so widespread, Researchers are now studying how this may cause health problems in people later in life. So again, the foods you eat affect gut bacteria. That's why diet is so imperative, okay? Chemical residues and antibiotics may also disrupt balance in the gut bacteria. So you guys, we're going to come to a very brief break right now. When we come back, we're going to discuss which foods are prebiotic.
Are you looking to learn more about the latest trends from the fitness world? Are you confused by all of the different trends that are out there? The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place for you. The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place to come for people of all skill and interest levels. Join us as we explore the latest trends in the fitness world. Does that new exercise really work? Should I try yoga? Whatever your question, chances are good you'll find an answer on the GSMC Fitness Podcast.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So, just a quick refresher on what are prebiotics and probiotics before we continue on, just so I keep reminding you guys, because this is going to be a hefty conversation. We're going to get a little nerdy in here. So I just want to make sure that all of you guys are tuning in and really, following along with the program today. So again, probiotics, they are live bacteria found in certain foods or supplements, and they can provide numerous health benefits, whereas prebiotics, these are substances that come from types of carbs, mostly fiber, that humans can't digest, and the beneficial bacteria in your gut eats this fiber. So, just to reiterate what I had previously said in the previous segment, let's now get into which foods are prebiotic. Before you go out and buy expensive prebiotic supplements, remember that many foods naturally contain them. That's because prebiotics are types of fiber found in vegetables, fruits, and legumes. Humans are not able to digest these types of fiber, but your good gut bacteria can digest them. Foods that are high in prebiotic fiber include legumes, beans and peas, oats, bananas, berries, Jerusalem artichokes, which are not the same as regular artichokes, asparagus, dandelion greens, garlic, leeks, and onions. One of the things your good gut bacteria do with prebiotic fiber is turn it into a short-chain fatty acid called butyrate. Butyrate has been extensively studied and has been shown to be challenging to preserve without short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. Prebiotics are types of fiber that humans cannot digest, but your gut bacteria can. These types of fiber provide nutrients to the bacteria that support healthy digestion and immune function. So with that being said, let's get into which foods are probiotic. There are also many probiotic foods that naturally contain helpful bacteria, such as yogurt. A high-quality plain yogurt with live cultures can be a fantastic addition to your diet if you want to add beneficial bacteria. Fermented foods are another great option, as they contain beneficial bacteria that thrive on the naturally occurring sugar or fiber in the food. So, some examples of fermented foods include sauerkraut, kimchi, kombucha tea, kefir, dairy and non-dairy, some types of pickles, unpasteurized, and other pickled vegetables, unpasteurized. If you're going to eat fermented foods for their probiotic benefits, Make sure they're not pasteurized, as this process kills the bacteria. Some of those foods can also be considered symbiotic because they contain both beneficial bacteria and a prebiotic source of fiber for the bacteria to feed on. Some examples of symbiotic foods are cheese, kefir, and sauerkraut. Again, probiotic foods naturally contain helpful bacteria. Many of these foods can be made at home or purchased at a grocery store. So let's answer another really common question. Should I take probiotic supplements? Probiotic supplements are pills, powders, or liquids that contain live beneficial bacteria or yeast. They're very popular and easy to find, yet not all of them are worth your money. They do not all have the same types of bacteria or the same concentrations. There are also many products on the market making claims with no proof of efficacy. They also usually do not come with fibrous food sources for the bacteria to eat, which can hinder their effectiveness if someone isn't also eating those foods. Some probiotic supplements are designed to carry the bacteria all the way to your large intestine for better effects, while others probably don't make it past your stomach acid. There are some individuals who should not take a probiotic or who may have experienced worsened symptoms if they do, such as people with small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or people sensitive to ingredients in the supplement. However, the right strains of probiotics can be incredibly beneficial for some people. It depends on the type of strain, product formula, the quality of the product, and storage. As with all supplements, you may want to consult with a healthcare professional who's knowledgeable about probiotics. So to summarize, probiotic supplements are designed to deliver very specific species of bacteria to the human gut. However, not all probiotic supplements are of the same quality or contain the same quantity of bacteria. So the bottom line, keeping your gut bacteria balanced is important for many aspects of health. To do this, you have to eat plenty of both prebiotic and probiotic foods, as they will help promote the most ideal balance between good and bad gut bacteria. So again, talk to your healthcare provider to make sure you're eating the right amounts of each. It's possible to go overboard or have side effects. So to see if you could benefit from a supplement, I'd say check out the World Gastroenterology Organization Global Guidelines list of evidence-based conditions that probiotics could potentially help. It also includes recommendations. So like with anything you guys purchase, make sure to read the labels on any supplements carefully and discuss any questions and recommendations with your healthcare provider. So since we're on the topic still of probiotics, let's discuss how long does it take for probiotics to work. Probiotics are so popular today that global sales are over $40 billion and only projected to grow. And I'm part of that $40 billion because I take probiotic supplements. Maybe you've tried a probiotic in the past. Did you wonder how long you needed to take it? Or if it even worked? With so many products to choose from, I definitely feel y'all, it can be overwhelming to find the right one. So how long should it take your probiotic to work? The answer depends on why you're taking it, what type you're taking, and how much you're taking. So again, probiotics are live microbes, yeast, or bacteria that provide health benefits when taken in the right amounts. According to an expert panel of the International Scientific Association for Probiotics and Prebiotics, manufacturers need to use more evidence-based studies in order to claim health benefits. Unfortunately, today there are plenty of products on the market making claims with no proof they work. The Food and Drug Administration, FDA, doesn't review the quality of probiotics since they're sold as either dietary supplements, fermented foods, or in food additives. So we're going to take a closer look right now at how to choose the right probiotic and understand how they work. So the next time you want to try one, you'll pick the best one for you, because trust me, I know that's one of the most irritating things on this planet is like spending your money on these expensive products and then for them to not even work. So here's what the research says. Probiotic doses are listed as colony-forming units, CFUs, which means the number of live strains in each dose. Different brands will have different suggested doses and uses, so it's important to understand the information listed. Recent research found that the type of microbe strain, health condition, product formula, dose, and the quality of the product are all important for effectiveness. The condition or symptom you're trying to treat can affect how the probiotic works and when you'll see results. If you're taking a probiotic for general gut or immune health, you'll need to take it a while to see results. On the other hand, if you're taking a probiotic for relief from diarrhea, you may see faster results. For example, research from 2010 has shown that when used in combination with wheat hydration therapy, treatment with probiotics can reduce the duration and frequency of infectious diarrhea in as little as 2 days. Another study demonstrated that people who consumed a high-dose probiotic drink containing Lactobacillus paracasi, these are big words, Lactobacillus casei, and Lactobacillus fermentium for 12 weeks experienced significantly less upper respiratory infections and flu-like symptoms compared to a placebo group. Plus, it was shown that the probiotic drink boosted the immune system of the participants by increasing levels of antibodies, including SLGA in the gut after 12 weeks. Yet, another study from 2011 found that people with irritable bowel syndrome who supplemented with Saccharomyces boulardii for 4 weeks experienced significant improvements in IBS-related symptoms compared to a control group. Depending on what you're taking probiotics for, you may see symptom improvements anywhere between a few days to a few months. So it's just about being consistent with taking them. We're gonna cut into a brief break right now, and when we come back, we're gonna discuss why your probiotic may not work or may take longer to work.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
Hey guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So let's dive into why your probiotic may not work or may take longer to work. Probiotics, you guys, don't work for everyone. Your unique gene makeup, age, health, bacteria you already have in your body, and diet all affect how probiotics work. So here are a few reasons why a probiotic may not work. For one, the dose isn't correct. It could have too few CFUs. Or you aren't taking it correctly, with food versus on an empty stomach. So read the label and follow the product directions on how to take it. Or it's the wrong strain. Not all strains work for every symptom, so find the right match based on proven studies. Or the product quality is poor. One of the biggest challenges with probiotics is their fragile nature. They must survive the process of manufacturing, storage, and your stomach acid in order to be effective in your intestines. Or they were stored improperly. Humidity, heat, and light can also affect probiotics negatively. Some may need to be refrigerated. So with that being said, here's how to choose the right probiotic for you. Choosing the right probiotic depends on why you're taking it. Effectiveness is specific to the strain and the condition. Probiotics can be found in foods such as yogurt or in dietary supplements with various popular strains. Although there are many claims made by probiotic products, there is now reliable evidence-based support that certain probiotics like Lactobacillus, Bifidobacterium, and yeast are generally safe and helpful in specific conditions. Probiotics may be most effective for these conditions: prevention and treatment of traveler's diarrhea, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, antibiotic-related diarrhea, ulcerative colitis, and eczema. A new review also found probiotics to be helpful in healthy people to maintain gut, vaginal, and immune health. The biggest points to keep in mind for success are the 3 R's. Make sure it's the right condition. Probiotics don't work for every illness, so it's important to match the symptom to the strain. Make sure that's the right microbe. The strain matters, you guys. Okay, so for best results, choose based on the evidence supporting the symptom. Consult a doctor before starting a supplement. And make sure it's the right dose as far as CFUs. The dose depends on the health condition or symptom you're trying to manage. On average, a dose of 5 billion CFUs or higher was found to be more effective than lower doses for treating gastrointestinal conditions. Doses vary by brand. Many brands have multiple strains, so be sure to read the label carefully. Doses are also different for children and adults. So here's how to ensure your probiotic will work. The most important way to make sure the probiotic you choose will work is to find a reputable brand and follow the label directions suggested on how to take it. Each brand will have specific information based on the product. Manufacturers are constantly trying to improve probiotic effectiveness by using different methods, such as microencapsulation, to protect probiotics from the environment, increasing chances of survival and potency. So here are tips for probiotic use. For a probiotic to work for you, it should be good quality, so choose one that shows proof of effectiveness. It should be stored correctly, so read labels and store as the label states. It should be taken as directed. Read labels and take as suggested, before meals, at bedtime, etc. It should be able to survive in the body. The probiotic must be able to survive the trip through stomach acid and bile and colonize your gut. And it should be safe for you, most importantly. So again, read the label and no added ingredients. Watch out for added fillers and binders, which might cause reactions. A typical label will have the name of the specific probiotic, such as Lactobacillus acidophilus, which is a dose and CFU, an expiration date, and instructions for use and storage. The expiration date is important because it should have the use by date, which is how long the product will have live cultures. Avoid products that list expiration as time of manufacture. The cultures may not be active or be less than listed by the time you buy it. So with all of that being said, guys, talking about how to effectively take probiotics, here's the key takeaway. With so many probiotic products on the market today, it can be confusing to pick the best one for you. The World Gastroenterology Organization Global Guidelines has compiled a comprehensive list of evidence-based conditions that probiotics can help. The list includes specific strains of probiotics and recommended doses. So read the label carefully to find the right strain, dose, how to take it, expiration date, and how to store. So here's an example from ISAPP of what to look for in a label. For certain people, probiotics are not the right choice. So be sure to discuss any supplements with your doctor first. You should also discuss concerns about side effects or interactions with other medications you're currently taking. And I really want to emphasize why it's important to understand which probiotic you should take and making sure you take the right strains and doses and everything. Because if you don't, there are some possible side effects of probiotics, which I know sucks because I know most of you are taking probiotics to improve your health. But if you don't accurately take the right probiotic for you and in the right dosage, it could potentially lead to some side effects. So we're going to get into a few of those right now. Probiotics are living bacteria and yeast that provide health benefits when consumed in large amounts. They can be taken as supplements or consumed naturally through fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha. The health benefits of probiotic supplements and foods have been well documented, including a lower risk of infections, improved digestion, and even a reduced risk for some chronic diseases. While there are many health benefits linked to taking probiotics, there can also be side effects. Most of these are minor, so don't worry, and only affect a small percentage of the population. However, some people with serious illnesses or compromised immune systems may experience more severe complications. So we're going to get into the most common side effects of probiotics and how to reduce them. The first one being that they may cause unpleasant digestive symptoms. While most people do not experience side effects, the most commonly reported reaction to bacteria-based probiotic supplements is a temporary increase in gas and bloating. Those taking yeast-based probiotics may experience constipation and increased thirst. It is not known exactly why some people experience these side effects, but they typically subside over a few weeks of continued use. To reduce the likelihood of side effects, start with a low dose of probiotics and slowly increase to the full dose over a few weeks. And this can help your body adjust to them instead of going full on, full dosage. If the gas, bloating, or any other side effects continue for more than a few weeks, stop taking the probiotic and consult a medical professional. So again, some people may experience an increase in gas, bloating, constipation, or thirst when they start taking probiotics. And these side effects should go away within a few weeks. So nothing too alarming, nothing that you should get really worked up about. Just only if it doesn't subside within the next few weeks, then, stop taking them and consult with your healthcare provider. So you guys, we're going to come to a very brief break right now. And when we come back, more on some of the possible side effects of probiotics.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So we're just going to get straight into it. Here is another possible side effect from probiotics. Amines in probiotic foods may trigger headaches. Some probiotic-rich foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi contain biogenic amines. Biogenic amines are substances that form when protein-containing foods age or are fermented by bacteria. The most common amines found in probiotic-rich foods include histamine, tyramine, tryptamine, and phenylethylamine. Amines can excite the central nervous system, increase or decrease blood flow, and may trigger headaches in people sensitive to the substance. One study found that low histamine diets reduce headaches in 75% of participants. However, a review of 10 controlled studies found no significant effect of dietary amines on headaches. More research is needed to determine whether or not amines can be direct triggers of headaches or migraines in some people. Keeping a food diary including any headache symptoms you might experience can help clarify whether fermented foods are problematic for you. If probiotic-rich foods trigger your symptoms, a probiotic supplement may be a better choice. Fermented foods rich in probiotics naturally contain amines. Some people may experience headaches after eating these foods and should instead opt for probiotic supplements. Here's another side effect or possible side effect of probiotics. Some strains can increase histamine levels. Some bacterial strains used in probiotic supplements can produce histamine inside the digestive tract of humans. Histamine is a molecule that is normally produced by your immune system when it detects a threat. When histamine levels rise, blood vessels dilate to bring more blood to the affected area. The vessels also become more permeable so the immune cells can easily get into the relevant tissue to combat any pathogens. This process creates redness and swelling in the affected area and can also trigger allergy symptoms such as itching, watery eyes, runny nose, or trouble breathing. Normally, histamine that is produced in your digestive tract is naturally degraded by an enzyme called diamine oxidase. And this enzyme inhibits histamine levels from rising enough to cause symptoms. However, some people with histamine intolerance have trouble properly breaking down the histamine in their bodies, seeing as they do not produce enough DAO. The excess histamine is then absorbed through the lining of the intestinal tract and into the bloodstream, causing symptoms similar to an allergic reaction. People with the histamine intolerance should avoid foods that contain excess histamine. Theoretically, they may want to select a probiotic supplements that do not contain histamine-producing bacteria, but to date, there has been no research on the specific area. Some probiotics can produce histamine within the digestive tract, and those with histamine intolerance may want to avoid these strains of bacteria. Next, another side effect is that some ingredients may cause adverse reactions. People with allergies or intolerances should read the labels of probiotic supplements carefully, since they might contain ingredients they could react to. For example, some of the supplements contain allergens such as dairy, egg, or soy. These ingredients should be avoided by anyone who is allergic, as they may trigger an allergic reaction. If necessary, read labels carefully to avoid these ingredients. Similarly, yeast-based probiotics should not be taken by those with yeast allergies. Instead, a bacteria-based probiotic should be used. Milk, sugar, or lactose is also used in many probiotic supplements. While studies suggest that most people with lactose intolerance can tolerate up to 400 milligrams of lactose in medications or supplements, there have been case reports of adverse effects from probiotics. Since a small number of people with lactose intolerance may experience unpleasant gas and bloating when consuming lactose-containing probiotics, they may want to choose lactose-free products. In addition to containing powerful probiotics, some supplements also contain prebiotics. These are plant fibers that humans cannot digest, but that bacteria can consume as food. The most common types are lactulose, inulin, and various oligosaccharides. When a supplement contains both probiotic microorganisms and prebiotic fibers, it is called a symbiotic. Some people experience gas and bloating when consuming symbiotics. Those who experience these side effects may want to select a supplement that does not contain prebiotics. Probiotic supplements can contain allergens, lactose, or prebiotic fibers that may cause adverse reactions in some people. These ingredients can be avoided by reading labels. And lastly, probiotics can also increase infection risk for some. Probiotics are safe for the vast majority of the population, but may not be the best fit for everyone. In rare cases, the bacteria or yeast found in probiotics can enter the bloodstream and cause infections in susceptible individuals. Those at great risk for infection from probiotics include people with suppressed immune systems, prolonged hospitalizations, venous catheters, or those who have undergone recent surgeries. However, the risk of developing an infection is very low, and no serious infections have been reported in clinical studies of the general population. It is estimated that only about 1 in 1 million people who take probiotics containing lactobacilli bacteria will develop an infection. The risk is even smaller for yeast-based probiotics, with only about 1 in 5.6 million users getting infected. When infections do occur, they typically respond well to traditional antibiotics or antifungals. However, in rare cases, deaths have occurred. Research also suggests that people with severe acute pancreatitis should not take probiotics, as this may increase the risk of death. People with compromised immune systems, venous catheters, recent surgery, acute pancreatitis, or prolonged hospitalizations should avoid taking probiotics. So here's the bottom line, people. Probiotics are living microorganisms that provide health benefits when consumed in large quantities. They can be taken as supplements, but also occur naturally in fermented foods. Probiotics are safe for the majority of the population, but side effects can occur. The most common side effects are a temporary increase in gas, bloating, constipation, and thirst. Some people can also react poorly to ingredients used in probiotic supplements or to naturally occurring amines in probiotic foods. If this occurs, stop using probiotics. In rare cases, people with compromised immune systems, prolonged hospitalizations, or recent surgeries may develop an infection from probiotic bacteria. People with these conditions should weigh the risks and benefits before consuming probiotics. Overall, probiotics are a beneficial addition to most people's diet or supplement regimen, with relatively few and unlikely side effects. So you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode in regards to talking about probiotics and prebiotics and how these two things can help create a healthier you from the inside out. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff, because that tremendously helps the show. And I'll catch you guys here for the next one.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Health and Wellness Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.